And restaurants are getting creative to stay afloat and support their staff during the pandemic.
Yeah, it's a trend you might see more of. Forget the tip. Kate Chappell explains.
At Middlebrow's Brew Pub Bungalow in Logan Square, instead of a line to add tip, customers will notice a surcharge on their receipt, an extra 10 or 15% tacked on to takeout orders.
No pushback so far, and we think it'll stay that way.
The brewery, also known for its house-baked bread, pizza, and now fresh produce subscription, eliminated tips in favor of the surcharge in order to raise wages and contribute to staff health care. Co-founder Pete Turnus calls the tipping system fundamentally unfair.
It's unethical and unfair, and it's a bad way to run the business, but it's just entrenched in our culture.
In Illinois, employers are required to pay tipped workers at least 60% of the state's minimum wage, but only staff who deal with customers face-to-face are eligible for tips and can often make more money quicker.
A front of house worker might come in for 4 hours and make $150. A back of house worker comes in and has to work for 8 hours or 9 hours to make $150.
The trend is gaining popularity. Middlebrow was inspired by Honey Butter. The fried chicken eatery nixed tips in 2016, and Chicago's famed Alinea Group cut tips back in 2010.
I think it's nice. I mean, some people aren't as generous with tipping.
The idea isn't without controversy.
I don't like the surcharge. I'd rather tip.
But Turnus and others see a tipless system as the way of the future.
Altogether, we can help change the culture in this city, or at least in this neighborhood, and lead to a more sustainable restaurant industry long term.
Middlebrow had already planned to implement a no-tip system later this year or early next, but coronavirus sped up their timeline. The surcharge will increase to 18% when they reopen with full service. Reporting in Chicago, Kate Chappell, NBC 5 News.